So far we have seen basically animals which have adapted themselves to the region, and that they have not only just adapted themselves to the to adjust according to the environmental condition, but today we will be seeing few more animals which are not just having special characteristic features, but morphologically also they are very different from other animals. And these animals are endemic to a given location. एंडामिक यानी कि वो उसी लोकेशन पे पाए जाते हैं, दूसरे लोकेशंस में वो ना ही कभी लोकेट कर पाए, because of which their species is restricted to the given area. So the very first animal which are going to study is called as purple crab. It is also given the name of joker crab. Joker crab इसलिए because it has a resemblance to the comic character supervillain from the movie Joker. आपने अभी कभी देखा रहेगा ये movie. So since it looks similar to this character, this animal was given the name as Joker crab. The scientific name of this animal is Insulamon palavanese, found in the beautiful Palawan Island in Philippines. Palawan is a combination of two biodiversity hotspots present in the world. So it has basically two major biodiversity hotspots. Why we call it as biodiversity hotspots? I think you have done in your FI. You would have studied about these hotspots. These are the areas which are marked with high number of variant animal species, plant species, animal species including all the way from small annelid arthropod animals to huge mammals, as well as mammals, then of various species and various classes. Okay, because not only mammals, reptiles, then pisces. So it is a huge number of variant animal species found in these areas. And not only and also because they have high dense forest, the rivers, the waters, everything together contributes to the increasing or the high number of these animal species in this area. And thus these area are declared as the hotspot regions, biodiversity hotspot regions. So Palawan has such two biodiversity hotspot areas in which we find these purple crabs. So this is how the Palawan island looks like. uh, the joker crab is restricted to the Kalnian groups of the island present in the north region of the Palawan. It is endemic to this region. The reason is because if you see here this island, okay, even in this map wala picture, if I try to show you, okay, even if this image, if you see this map here, you can see the island has been isolated from the mainland region of the Philippines by means of the sea water on the oceans. Okay, you can see here it has completely been isolated from the other mainland regions, and this is how the crabs, these are freshwater crabs moreover, so they cannot locate themselves from one location to another because of the restrictions with the water quality. Okay, since they are freshwater, they cannot cross the barrier of a marine water system. So this is why the reason they have become endemic to this particular location of Palawan, that is in the Kalmian group, which is located on the north region of the Palawan island. If you see the structure of the animal, it is a very small, tiny crustacean. This is a burrowing animal. Burrowing यानी कि ये जो fine sands होते हैं इसके अंदर burrow बनाते हैं. They stay inside, or you can find them near rocky areas. Okay, rocky जो water areas होते हैं, river basins area होता है, वहाँ पे you can find them. They are found even near borders and roots. अगर कोई बड़े बड़े झाड़ है, okay, अगर river area में, river basin के पास, you can find these animals, these crabs near the root region. These basically feed on dead plants, then they feed on the fruits which are available or which have been fallen from these plants, then they feed on smaller animals, carrions, as well as these are also diurnal in function. They are found to be active in night period as well. The purple shell of this animal, if you see the color, okay, if you see, observe the color of the animal to identify this crab, it has a purple color. The shells, the carapace, this is called as the carapace region. Okay, ये जो आपको मैं arrow से दिखा रही हूँ, this is called as the carapace region, which is dark purple in color. Then the legs, it will be having the 4 pair of walking legs and 1 pair of chilate. ये जो आपको दिखाई देता है, हम जो claw बोलते हैं, okay, this is also called as chilates. So it has 4 pair of walking legs and 1 pair of chilate is present here. Okay, and chilate का अगर आप outer end देखोगे as well as walking legs के जो outer end देखोगे, it is marked with this orange color. Okay, so these colors are also a signals for warning signals, or you can say it is used to interact as a interact between the community of these animal species. It is a social behavior. This color signal is a social behavior of these animal. For example, during mating, they have these colors being more brighter so that they can give a call during mating period. Even though this is endemic to the region, okay, first of all ये endemic है, ये कहीं और पाए नहीं जाते हैं, and because of many other environmental conditions, this animal, and ये recently they have been identified. Okay, these are one of the few animals which have got recently discovered, you can say, during 2000, after 2000, these animals were discovered and identified by the scientists. But by the time they could be identified, these animals, they could be discovered, उनके बारे में लोगों को पता चलता, they have already been understood by IUCN that they are categorized as endangered species. Okay, now why do we say that these species of animals are endangered? The reason is because of habitat destruction of Palawan. The area, the Palawan area, if you see, there are new mining projects that have come up, and there have been reports. You can see, search, if you go through Palawan Island के ऊपर आप अगर details निकालते हो, you can see lately there had been movements to close the mining centers which are being opened up in the Palawan area. So this is one of the main threat to the species of purple crab, because the minings will pollute the river water body, it will pollute the forest area, because for mining the forest has to be cleared, the farmings and the home buildings will be cleared in this area, and there is a risk of the small habitats to water bodies there. There is a high risk of it getting dried out, as well as the higher population, because जो mining होते जो minerals निकलते हैं, they would be excess amount, they would be released, okay, by the fields, they would be released into the water body, so it would be polluting the water, and thus these animals will be impacted. And these animals are not very much adapted themselves for these environmental conditions or these changes, and thus being so sensitive to such population condition, they die quickly, the population dies quickly, and are thus marked to be one of the endangered animals in these areas. Even if the habitat of these animals is not entirely destroyed, but अगर बोलते हैं like part and piece of these animal habitat is remaining, there is a high risk, बोलते हैं ना, अगर थोड़ा भी अगर बोलते हैं कि चलो पूरा नहीं, थोड़ा हिस्सा में तो एनिमल रह सकते हैं, बट नहीं, अगर वो एनिमल अपने आप को उतना एडजस्ट नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज ऑफ विच इफ दिस माइनिंग प्रोजेक्ट इज नॉट स्टॉप्ड एंड if it is not taken over, then definitely it can happen that these purple species of crab could get extinct in coming years. The next animal under incredible animal series is the African dwarf saw shark. It is also given the name as stabbing shark. Stabbing is because stabbing का मतलब क्या होता है, अगर आप नाइफ लेते हो एंड किसी को मारते हो जोर जोर से, ओके, उसे हम स्टैबिंग बुलाते हैं. तो ये एनिमल भी जब ये शार्क जब सामने किसी को हंट करता है, सो ये उसे स्टैब करता है उसे मारने के लिए, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज गिवन द टाइटल और द नेम एज स्टैबिंग शार्क. It was found in 2011. The scientific name of this animal is Pristiforus. It was being first seen by the scientist near the coast of Mozambique, and it is found in the depth of sea water body around say 1600 feet के जो distance है water body का, it is seen here in those areas. So this animal, this particular shark, ये जो African dwarf saw shark है, it is not a very deep sea animal, but it is a bottom or you can say shallow water animal. These animals, like other saw sharks, there's not just one species of shark, but जो sharks होते हैं, they have a very huge body length, right? But these saw sharks, they are very small in size compared to the other sharks, and thus they are given the title as dwarf. And when we say saw shark, जो दूसरे species है saw shark की, it is इसका जो snot area है, okay, if you see this part, ये जो आपको लोकेशन दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पे इमेज में मैंने जो हाईलाइट किया है, इफ यू सी दैट, दैट इज द स्नॉट रीजन. ये देखो, ये जो हिस्सा है इस एनिमल का, दिस इज द स्नॉट. वी कॉल इट एज स्नॉट और वी कॉल इट एज रोस्ट्रम. So the snot or the rostrum is having these small blade like structures. If you see on the outer edge, अगर आप इस पिक्चर के आउटर एज में देखोगे, आपको ये ब्लेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर दिखेगा, बिकॉज ऑफ विच इट गिव्स अ सॉ लाइक अपीयरेंस. सॉ यानी कि क्या होता है, अगर आपने कारपेंटर्स के पास देखा रहेगा, यू नो, जब वो वुड को लेवल अप करते हैं, दे यूज अ सॉ. So या फिर वो, sorry, not level up, but when they have to cut a piece of wood, they use a saw which has these tiny structures, sharp structures on the end of their cutter. So similar to that is the resemblance of the snot or the rostrum of the shark. The rostrum is edged with spiny teeth, and it is used for both purpose, offensive and defensive. Offensive यानी कि for hunting purpose, अपना खाना जब उसे पकड़ना होता है, कैच करना होता है, for that purpose, as well as जब अपने आप को डिफेंड करना होता है, बचाना होता है बड़े प्रेडेटर से, so we call it as defensive purpose. It uses the snot like a sword to stab the prey. तो जैसे मैंने कहा, हमने स्टैबिंग शॉट क्यों बुलाते हैं हम, जैसे कि नाइफ लिया और किसी को मारने की कोशिश की तो हम स्टैब करते हैं. तो सिमिलरली ये एनिमल भी उस सामने जो प्रे रहेगा जिसे वो खाना चाहता है, उसे भी वो पहले स्टैब करेगा, फिर थोड़ी देर वेट करेगा, एंड जब बोलते हैं ना वो एनिमल बहुत ही ज्यादा इंजर हो जाएगा, देन वो थोड़ी देर के बाद लौट के आएगा उसके पास. बाय द टाइम द एनिमल वुड हैव डाइड, सो देन इट विल फीड ऑन दीज एनिमल. इफ नॉट फीडिंग, एटलीस्ट वो थोड़ा वीक हो जाएगा, सो इट कैन गिव अ सेकेंड ट्राई टू किल दिस एनिमल and then feed on that particular prey. This species is noted for its general elongated slender body form. If you see this animal structure, it is very small, very slender in size, okay, and you can see it is not like a normal shark. It is not very heavy or huge in size, but it is very smaller like any other big fishes, okay, you can find it. This animal, based on the food which is being found in the stomach of these sharks, it is found that their favorite food is the benthic invertebrates. Benthic का मतलब क्या होता है, जो सैंड पे जो एनिमल्स रहते हैं उन्हें हम benthic बुलाते हैं. सो benthic में जो इनवर्टिब्रेट एनिमल्स है, जैसे कि एनालिड्स हो, वर्म्स हो, मॉलस्क हो, इकानोडर्म एनिमल्स हो, तो उसमें से जो क्रस्टेशियन ग्रुप होता है, प्रॉन्स, क्रैब्स, तो ये उन पे ज्यादातर फीड करते हैं. ओके, तो इनके स्टमक में वी हैव फाउंड दैट देयर आर हाई लेवल ऑफ क्रस्टेशियंस फाउंड, सो इट इज टर्म टू बी वन ऑफ देयर फेवरेट फूड आइटम्स टू बी कंज्यूम्ड. टॉकिंग अबाउट गिविंग बर्थ, दीज एनिमल्स आर ओविविविपैरस. ओविविविपैरस का मतलब ये होता है, इनका जो फर्टिलाइजेशन प्रोसेस है, ओके, इनका जो एग एंड स्पर्म का जो फर्टिलाइजेशन है, गैमेट फॉर्मेशन है, sorry, not gamete, the zygote formation, it takes place within the body of the female shark, and she will give birth to a young one. Unlike other fishes, ये egg lay नहीं करेगी, but she will give direct birth to a young one. But ये जो eggs होते हैं, ये इसके body में, बोलते हैं ना outer, दूसरे fishes क्या करते हैं, उसे बाहर drop करते हैं, eggs को lay out करते हैं, and they wait till they hatch out, right? But in fishes में ऐसा नहीं होता है, they will keep these eggs inside their body, and then once the eggs have hatched out inside the body, it will come out from the anal region or the anal openings of these fishes, and thus these animals are called as ovoviviparous in nature. The African dwarf shark grows to a size of say 2 feet in length. मतलब जब वो मैच्योरिटी तक आ जाते हैं तो उनका जो हाइट होता है, I mean उनका जो लेंथ है, उसका बॉडी लेंथ है, it is going to be around 2 feet in size. These animals, they basically hunt very blindly. मतलब normally अगर आप shark देखोगे, the shark are very sharp enough to see which animal they are going to hunt down. अगर even though there are various shoals of fishes स्विमिंग, तो वो एक पर्टिकुलर फिश को टारगेट करके क्विकली उस पर जंप करता है. बट दीज ड्वार्फ शार्क दे जस्ट ब्लाइंडली टारगेट अ ह्यूज शोल, वैसे टूट पड़ेगा, जो हाथ में आ गया उसको पकड़ के खा लिया. सो वी से दैट ब्लाइंडली चार्जिंग इनटू द shoal of fishes and they will stab any fish, जो भी चलो बोलते ना जो सामने दिख गया उसको स्टैप कर लेगा ये. एंड देन इट विल, जैसे मैंने कहा, अगर बड़ा फिश है तो वेट करेगा उसके मरने का एंड देन इट विल कम एंड ईट इट. This shark was named after इसका जो नेमिंग है, it was named after the researcher who found this in the Pacific Shark Research Center at Moss Landing Marine Laboratory, who works in this marine laboratory. Uh, and the name of the scientist is Nancy Packwood. So the scientific name of the animal is after this particular scientist who have actually given a huge donation for the marine laboratories. So this is how the name is been derived for this particular shark. The next animal which we are going to study is the psychedelic gecko. This gecko is something which looks like a lizard, okay, but it is little heavier in body size. ओके अगर किसी ने कभी देखा रहेगा गेको को, अगर मैं कोई गार्डन लिजर्ड भी देखा रहेगा तो गेको is your garden lizard, ठीक है. बट बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स आउटर स्ट्रक्चर, उसका जो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर है, उसके जो कलर है, उस हिसाब से इस गेको को और एक नाम दिया गया है बाय द लोकल पीपल, दैट इज क्राइम फाइटिंग गेको करके इसको नाम दिया गया है. नाउ दीज गेकोज आर फाउंड इन द Honquai Island of Vietnam. You can see in the picture, I have given the graph over here. You can see this is the island. Okay, this is how the island looks like if you see a aerial view of this area. So this is how big the island is and completely surrounded by again the water body. So हम जब भी अभी कोई animals के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, okay, जैसे हमने crab का देखा, purple crab, we saw about these dwarf shark. These are very endemic to the given locations because of their body size or to the adaptation. They cannot transmit or they cannot locate themselves to other regions. They cannot migrate to other regions. जैसे कि भी गेको की बात है, गेको is a terrestrial animal, so it cannot cross this water marine boundary and move. Thus, it is again endemic to this given region of Concoy. So this is our crime fighting gecko. Now I hope आपको पता चल गया why the name has been given is because of this color it animal has. So if you see the color, it has this orange feet, orange color tail and a blue gray body and a lime green head. अगर head का region देखोगे you will see a lime green head patches. So ये जो ऑरेंज कलर का जो उसके पैरों में एंड जो टेल रीजन में दिखाई देता है, तो इट रिजेंबल्स लाइक ग्लव्स एंड बूट्स. सो अगर आप किसी सुपरमैन को देखोगे तो इट लुक्स लाइक दैट. सो थर्स इट वाज गिवन द नेम ऑफ क्राइम फाइटिंग गेको. Now, although Concoy is protected through the Kamau Biosphere Reserve, again this region जो ये island है, it is a bioreserve. Bioreserve जैसे कि hotspots होते हैं, वैसा ही और एक term होता है biosphere reserves, जहाँ एक huge area, भले वो area थोड़ा दूर हो, but उन areas को as a collectively the whole area is being preserved. वहाँ पे hunting, fishing ऐसे काफी सारी चीजें restricted होती है. Okay. And these are protected under various acts. If any animal is being found to be killed by individual or illegal trading is done, then the person will have to face serious laws and regulation. So this Concoy region is under this bioreserve protect and collection or exporting of any wildlife fauna, even the flora. सिर्फ animals की बात नहीं होती है यहाँ पे जब बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व्स की बात करते हैं. इवन द प्लांट्स, यहाँ पे जो एंडेमिक प्लांट्स होते हैं, आयुर्वेदिक प्लांट्स होते हैं, दे कैन नॉट बी ट्रांसलोकेटेड फ्रॉम, you cannot export those plants or animals for commercial purposes. Okay, it is completely been prohibited. This beautiful gecko but has made its way to international pet trade. Okay, even though it has been illegal, but still but yet it has been found to be a part of the international pet trade. To make a matter worse, with these illegal transports, the online offers of live psychedelic gecko and even uske eggs have driven the animal very close to extinction, because if an animal is endemic to a given region, okay, एंड आप उस एनिमल को उस जगह से हटाकर कहीं पे भी लेकर जाओ, दिस एनिमल्स वोंट able cannot survive the new environment which you are putting them into, so they quickly decline. And again अगर आप एक एनिमल को एक जगह से हटा रहे हो तो जो ओरिजिनल लोकेशन है वहाँ का पॉपुलेशन डिक्लाइन होता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ विच इट इज फाउंड दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉपुलेशन ऑफ गेको हैज रीच्ड क्लोज टू एक्सटिंक्शन. From the year 2013 to 2015, there had been at least 21 different online ads for these colorful creatures, mostly found in Russia, but also from other countries like Germany, Spain, CIS Republic, US. And according to the later these researchers which were done lately in these years, it was by a particular scientist as Mark in Helmholtz Center from the Environmental Research in Germany. They found that these countries are putting up flyers and online offers for purchase of these geckos. This author, the Mark, he has stated that he have seen young geckos being offered for sale as captive breeding. Captive breeding is वो बताते हैं कि हम इसे ब्रीड करेंगे, इनका पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज करेंगे, ऐसे बोल के भी लोग सेल करते हैं. एंड देर आर नो नोन ऐसे, बिकॉज अगर ऐसा देखा जाए लोग बोलकर ऐसा बोल के कैपिटिव ब्रीडिंग कर रहे कहकर वो सेल से उठाते हैं या सेल करते हैं एनिमल को, बोलते हैं कि हमने पाला है तो हम उसे बेच सकते हैं, यू नो, जैसे कि अभी बर्ड्स का होता है, बर्ड्स को कैपिटिवली ब्रीड करते हैं, जो आपको मार्केट में जो पेट बर्ड्स मिलते हैं, ओके, कलरफुल बर्ड, दीज आर एक्चुअली बीन bred and nurtured in a captive breed. So similarly वो ये challenge करते हैं that they have bred these geckos, but actually it is not the case. There is no such captive breeding centers of gecko found anywhere in the world. So this is again and one kind of illegal form of online transitions taking place for the trading of these animals. So as I said, to make the matters worse, the geckos are very picky about their lifestyles or the habitat in which they are surviving. These animals prefer this kind of granite. Okay, ये जो ग्रेनाइट रॉक्स आपको पिक्चर दिख रहा है, इमेजेस दिख रहे हैं स्क्रीन पे, सो दीज आर वेरी मच यूज्ड टू स्टे अराउंड दीज एरियाज हैविंग दीज ग्रेनाइट फॉर्मेशंस, एंड दैट टू इन वेरी डेंस फॉरेस्ट टाइप एरियाज. ओके, सो दे प्रेफर दीज ग्रेनाइट आउटक्रॉप्स surrounded by dense forest and leaf overcrowded covered floors. But many of these granite formations are now being literally blasted away to make the room for the construction of roads. So again, the forest area or the bioreserves, जहाँ पे granite and one of the most preferable location of this animal, it has been destroyed so that roads can be constructed, and these granites are being used for various other industrial or residential purposes. So it has again been removed from there. And तो एक तो ये हो गया कि इसका इलीगल ट्रेडिंग हो रहा है, सेकेंड इसका हैबिटेट डिस्ट्रॉय हो रहा है, थर्ड प्रॉब्लम ये है इस एनिमल में कि इनका जो रिप्रोडक्शन रेट है इट इज वेरी स्लो कंपेयर टू अदर एनिमल्स और अदर ग्रुप ऑफ दीज रेप्टिलियन एनिमल. All these factors, when you combine together, you understand that how extra sensitive is this animal for the overall collection purpose. If you see the overall collection of all the incredible animals, it is one of the very extra sensitive animal. But the species is not only threatened by these illegal collection of pet trade, but also the one more additional component which is added is, आप किसी जगह पर अगर किसी नए एनिमल को इंट्रोड्यूस करते हो, तो अगर वो जो नया इंट्रोड्यूस किया हुआ एनिमल बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग है, इजीली अडेप्टेबल है, वो बाकी के एनिमल्स पे भारी पड़ जाता है. ओके, सो सिमिलरली जब इस एरिया में इस बायो रिजर्व में मकाक्स को इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया, द होल टेरिटरी वाज dominated by these macaques, and these macaques would feed on the geckos. So thus they had a new predator in the area because of introduction of these macaques in these region. So this is about psychedelic gecko. Moving to the next animal is Matilda viper. अगेन मटिल्डा वाइपर की भी अपनी एक अच्छी सी स्वीट सी कहानी है. दीज एनिमल्स आर फाउंड, दिस आर वन ऑफ द वेरी फ्यू newly discovered species of snakes. It was discovered in Africa during 2010-2011 biological survey which was taking place in Africa. Africa में specifically these are endemic to Tanzania. So you can see the location on the map. One of the very special, you know, जैसे आप स्नेक की तरफ देखते हो, okay, you can imagine it to be a cartoon character. Okay, so this is how it catches, you know, it is very catchy to your eyes because it looks like a cartoon character. देखो जैसे भी इस इमेज में आपको कैसे दिखाई दे रहा है, सिमिलरली ये स्नेक भी दिखाई देता है. It has these yellow green colored slithering color and it bears these two horns which are protruding from the eyes. उसके जो eye के पास जो head region है, वहाँ से head region से ये two horns they are growing out, they are protruding out. This snake it can grow up to ये जो horns है इसके सर पे, it can grow up to a height of say few centimeters, say 5 to 6 centimeters, and the size of the snake is around 65 centimeter, and even bigger number of snakes are found. This animal belongs to the group of vipers, and it is highly venomous in nature. These species of snakes they are nocturnal in nature. तो ये आपको डे टाइम पे इतनी आसानी से नहीं दिखेंगे, ये नाइट टाइम पे दिखाई देंगे. एंड सेकेंडली ये इजीली दिखाई क्यों नहीं देते हैं इज बिकॉज दे आर एम्बुश प्रेडेटर्स. एम्बुश यानी कि ये छुप कर वार करते हैं अपने प्रे पे. सो दैट इज द अदर रीजन वाई यू कैन नॉट सी देम वेरी इजीली इफ यू ट्राई टू गो एंड इनटू दीज लोकेशंस एंड ट्राई टू सर्च these snakes. They basically feed on frogs. These Matilda vipers they feed on frogs. So in this image you can see the horns. You can see how properly the scales have grown into horny structures. Further talking about these Matildas, they feed on frogs, and इसका जो नाम है Matilda, this is actually given by the one who found, जिसने ये डिस्कवर किया था ये स्नेक को, जो रिसर्चर की बेटी है, शी वॉज अ 7-year-old गर्ल, उसका नाम मटिल्डा था. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट नेम ही नेम्ड दिस स्नेक एज मटिल्डा. This snake was first described on a research article from the journal Zootaxa in the year 6th December 2011. But to avoid the attention of hunters, illegal pet tradings again, the Wildlife Conservation Society of Africa decided to not exactly reveal where the snakes are being located and where they had been traced by the scientists. So scientists ने exactly location, जैसे कि हम बाकी के research papers में देखेंगे तो animal के proper location होता है कि कहाँ मिला है, कौन से conditions में मिला है, so वो normally describe करते हैं. But looking at the current scenario of animal trading and illegal tradings, the scientists and the researchers and the Wildlife Conservation Committee decided not to reveal the location of these snakes in particular. So now we will move to the last animal from the incredible part, is the snub-nosed monkey. Okay, this monkey looks very similar to any other monkey other than the nose region. अगर उसके nose region को आप ध्यान से देखोगे, can you see this part? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you see the nose, yes, it is very much different from any other monkey you pick up. Okay, it is very typical. Now these monkeys are called as, common name of this monkey is Myanmar snub-nosed monkey. Okay, इसका scientific name है Rhinopithecus. It is found in Asia with a range covering from almost southern China. अगर चाइना का पार्ट देखते हो, okay, if I show you this map, so you can एशिया में बेसिकली, अगर हम एशिया की बात करते तो सदर्न चाइना के जो नीचा पोस्टीरियर रीजन है, including that plus this Myanmar, this whole part. Okay, and more concentratedly in the northern parts of Myanmar you can find these snub-nosed monkey. These monkeys they are arboreal in nature. Arboreal का मतलब होता है ये झाड़ पे रहते हैं, ये ज्यादातर नीचे लैंड पर नहीं आते हैं. दे विल कीप मूविंग फ्रॉम वन ट्री टू अनदर. एंड सेकेंडली दे आर फाउंड इन द माउंटेनियस रीजन, माउंटेनियस फॉरेस्ट रीजन जो है चाइना और म्यांमार में, दे आर फाउंड इन दोज रीजन्स. बेसिकली द वन विच इज एट अ एलिवेशन मोर देन 4000 मीटर. ओके, उस एल्टीट्यूड के ऊपर के जो फॉरेस्ट एरिया है वहां पे आपको ये स्नब नोज मंकी दिखेंगे. Only during the winter season this animal tends to come down the mountain. Okay, they will come down to the lowland area, but even if they come down they will keep themselves scheduled to a very dense या डीप फॉरेस्ट एरिया जो रहेगा लोलैंड एरिया पे भी, वो अपने आप को वहां छुपा के रखते हैं. दे डू नॉट कम टू द एरिया वेयर देयर आर टू मच ऑफ ह्यूमन रेसिडेंसीज और सेटलमेंट्स. These monkeys, if you see the face of the animal, okay, it has a very broad and short face with a with a wide set of slanting eyes and a short flat nose with a forward facing nostril. अभी अगर हमारे नॉस्ट्रल देखोगे, खुद के नॉस्ट्रल्स अगर आप देखोगे, दीज आर डाउनवर्ड्स फेस्ड. ओके, ये नीचे की तरफ फेस होता है, जिस वजह से आपके नॉस्ट्रल के ओपनिंग्स दिखाई नहीं देते हैं. बट इस एनिमल के जो नॉस्ट्रल्स के ओपनिंग है, दीज आर फॉरवर्ड फेसिंग, सामने है. That is why you can see those two openings and those two chambers properly. And these monkeys get their name from this short stump of nose on their rounded face. And with nostrils arranged in forward position, they got this name of snub-nosed monkey. These animals have a very large vocal repertoire, which means ये animals जो है ये बहुत ही loud है nature में. They keep making noises. If you go to an area where you find these snub nose, they are very noisy. Normally also if you see a monkey group, you can see them, they are very noisy in nature. So similarly even these are also very vocal. And sometimes you can see them as a single solo individual, but most of the times they will always be in a group or a choir fashion में चिल्लाते रहेंगे. The diet of this animal is mainly, since ये हमेशा झाड़ के ऊपर ही रहते हैं, so they also eat the trees के जो bamboos होते हैं, bamboo buds होते हैं, fruits होते हैं, leaves होते हैं. एंड अगर क्योंकि ये माउंटेनस रीजन में है, देयर कुड बी फ्यू कॉर्निफोरस फॉरेस्ट रीजन ऑल्सो. सो जो ट्री के जो लीव्स होते हैं वो नीडल शेप होते हैं, तो दे फीड ऑन दीज ट्री नीडल्स ऑल्सो. एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट देयर स्टमक, monkeys, these have, not all the monkeys have, but these are special group which have a multi-chambered stomach which helps them in digesting the food. The first contact of these snub-nosed monkey was done to a researcher. जब वो examine कर रहे थे dead skeleton of different species, they were trying to identify something. They came across a skull which was very much of a male monkey, and सब hunter has killed and eaten it half. तो उसका जो skull था वो वहाँ पे मिला, and then the researcher found that this was a new species, and thus they later discovered and it was published that there is some such type of monkey species also found in the area. But unfortunately जो डिस्कवरी हुआ साइंटिस्ट के थ्रू, दैट वाज वेरी लेट. बट द लोकल पीपल आउट देयर डिड न्यू अबाउट दिस एनिमल स्पीशीज, एंड देयर इज अ वेरी हाई डिमांड ऑफ दिस मंकी फॉर देयर मीट इन द लोकल मार्केट्स. And it is one of the reason why even though being so newly discovered, it is already been marked as an endangered species of animal. So that is all for today. We will end up here with our incredible species of animal. Is the topic clear to everyone?